All right, could you please say your name and where you're from, both city and country?
My name is Purvi Datta and I'm from India. I'm from Calcutta.
Are you a student?
Yeah, I'm a grad student here.
How long have you been a student here?
4 years.
Were you a student somewhere else before, or
No, I just came from my grad studies here.
why did you come to the U.S.?
Better research opportunities. So in India, there are good labs, but you have much more research facilities here, better instruments, better guidance.
So there's just a larger, I guess, industry for research here.
Yeah, more better opportunities.
What are you studying? What is your major?
I'm studying chemistry. I'm studying inorganic chemistry,
Hmm.
or working on nanomaterials.
So do you work on a lab on campus?
Yeah,
Which lab is that?
it's in chemistry building.
Mhm.
I work with Dr. Remy Bierlock.
How did you hear about MSU, or, in particular, why did you really, want to come? Was there anything that influenced you back home, or were there friends or family members?
Really not. I applied to many schools, and then this was one of the best that I got into. And then I didn't know many people here, but before I accepted, I asked around how the department was. So this was a pretty good department. So that was one of the main reasons.
So you didn't have any like friends or family members that lived in the U.S. or Michigan?
No. I have friends like seniors who are in different universities, but I didn't know anybody particularly here before coming.
What initially shocked you about American culture, I guess? Was it something with the food, clothing?
I mean, culture is different, but it's not like I was shocked. So
Oh, like-
it's different than at my place, but it's nothing like it's not bad. It's just
Well, like, was there anything that just sort of, not shocked as in, it's a word you can sort of use that it's like, oh, that was surprising. So it's not necessarily a bad meaning, but it can just
but
sort
it's
of.
different.
So is there anything that just stuck out as interesting, or?
So the professional relationship between students and professors or teachers is much different here than in our country. Like here, when I work for somebody, it's like I'm working with him. So he's not exactly my boss, but I work with him, something like that. So here, professors are kind of more approachable or more friendly. Not more friendly exactly, but they kind of treat you as your peers. In my country, it's more of a teacher-student relationship. So you
Even in
talk to
a
them.
lab?
Even in a lab, yeah. It's not that they're not friendly or you don't get to talk to them, but it's just the work culture is a little bit different. Here, I mean, there I can never imagine calling somebody with their first name. It's just not a rule there. You just call them professor, sir, or something. Here, you just call them by their first name, so something like that.
Did you have any problems fitting in or feeling accepted when you first got here, like, at the lab or when you started teaching?
Yeah, like teaching, sometimes it's difficult being an international student. You have to work and just not only teach, but you have to work on your accent or grammar and stuff. So it's a little bit more difficult for international students. So
Because your English is pretty good, so.
Still, the way I say something may not be exactly the way another American says it. So sometimes it's difficult, like the way I pronounce something. So I have to work on that so that I say the things correctly.
But you didn't have any, like, problems with people or specific.
No, not really. I mean, people were very welcoming here. I really liked that. So nobody let me feel that I'm from outside. So people are very helpful.
Were you ever discriminated against in, like, the traditional way for, like, a person-to-person relationship, or in professional? Like, because what I'm trying to think of is, did you have a job and the only reason that you think that you didn't get, like, promoted or get on a certain assignment was because you're an international student?
Sometimes it's biased. Like, so we have kind of seminars that we give. Every student has to give. So some comments are sometimes they talk about your English or your accent, Yeah, because an international student will have a poorer English. It's not my native language. So when people comment more on their grammars and spellings of your slide, it just hurts. Like you are supposed to judge my science or the things that I'm speaking about science, not about like grammar. So that's the only thing I felt. But it's not everybody. It's just some people in the department they feel that way. But it's not that bad.
I just have a question. What is your native language? Is it Hindi, or that's the only
It's
one I can?
Bengali.
Bengali. So that's
It's like, so Hindi is our official language, but India has a lot more other language. So I'm from Bengal, West Bengal, so it's Bengal.
I'm trying to imagine the map. So it's in southern India, right, on the
I'm
coast,
in
or
the eastern India.
eastern India? Okay, because Calcutta, right?
Yeah.
What do you miss most about India? Or
Food, parents, friends. So when my friends get married and I'm not there, I feel bad.
is the food here, like I've been to Indian restaurants here, is it comparable, or is
No,
it's not?
bad.
It's bad.
I mean, I can cook better than that, what we get in restaurants. But, like, we get, the best thing is here we have some Indian grocery stores, so you can buy raw vegetables and stuff and cook your way, but that's good. But I don't get, like, exactly the fish that I get in India, so sometimes that, and then the parents.
So yeah,
That's
so you
all
just sort of missed in general, nothing in particular, just sort of.
What I don't miss is the crowd there. That's what I really like here. It's easier to travel. Buses and stuff are not crowded as in India. So otherwise, I don't.
So it's like, I guess, just a sort of like, there's so many more people, like just traveling around, and here it's just different. Was that a really
Yeah,
big
so
shock, I
when
guess?
Yeah, that was one of the things. I don't know who didn't remember then. But when I came here, it was summer here, so there were undergrads are not there in summer. So the first thing I realized is it's so empty and deserted. It's like nobody lives here. But later on, as the class started,
It's
more
have you noticed with the weather too, how it shifts between a lot of people outside and no one outside?
Yeah, and like the weather was another shock. I've never been in such temperatures before. So
Was the snow, do you get snow in Calcutta, or?
No, not anymore. We get it in the northern part, so people go to northern part to see snow and stuff, but not like this. So that was, temperature is surely one thing that is different, a lot different.
Do you miss it? Just
It's actually very hot there. I don't really miss that. So when I went back to Calcutta in May, it was still snowing here, and in Calcutta it was about 100. So that was a huge temperature difference. It's really very difficult to stay there now in the summer.
because you're just sort of, you're
Now
adapted.
adjusted here, yeah, so.
But do you like the weather here? Because
Yeah.
it can be sporadic. Like it snowed 3 days ago, and now it's like 70.
When it doesn't snow, I like it. When it snows, I don't like it. But it's okay.
Do you plan on staying in the U.S.?
Not sure. So I'm still doing my graduate studies. I plan to finish my postgraduate, and then I look for jobs. So if I get a good job, I'll stay back, or else.
But
It's just very difficult to get visa and stuff here, so that's one problem.
are you on a student visa right now? Or?
Right now I'm on a student visa.
And how does that work? Is it
So when I came from there, I got a 4-year visa. So I need to renew it because I'm staying more than 4 years. So that's one problem. I have to go back and renew the visa.
But I was just wondering, do you have to like do an interview? Is there an interview process, or?
Yeah, you need to. So that's always in your home country. You give an interview, and then sometimes the difficulty is in US. There's a kind of a security check, and it's kind of random. So people are stopped randomly, and they do a background check, and that sometimes takes very long, like 1.5 months. So when I go back, I have to have that time to stay back there. It's not that I just go apply and come back. I have to stay back for 2 months until I get back my visa to come.
So whenever you travel home, you have to wait. You have to plan an extra, like a buffer month
Yes.
for just in case it takes longer.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen every time. It's a random.
No, for India, it's like once you apply, you get at least 4 years visa. So for 4 years, you're set, and then after that,
Oh, okay. So you can travel back and forth,
Yeah,
no problem.
So I was back once and then I came back. But now it's almost over, so I need to go back.
But you travel back home a lot, like once a
No,
year?
I've been up to now twice. So twice a year almost. Sorry, once in 2 years.
Or
Get that much holiday.
because it is expensive.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's really expensive.
So, any final thoughts? Anything?
Chemistry?
Experiences or thoughts about American culture?
I like American culture. So here it's more adapting. Like there are so many different kinds of people, and people really try to accommodate, and that's a good thing because it's always difficult to go and stay in another country. So if people kind of welcome you, it makes it better. I like the work culture here. People really work hard and then party hard. So that's good.
All right, so thank you.